So this was the week that JayZ and Beyonce, both on the same day, had their victory with their lawsuits. I actually didn't know until, I'm being honest, I didn't know until the news came out that they were going through such big lawsuits. But having heard about it, it reminded me of the Empire lawsuit that happened just before. And I think, again, I don't know if it's just because people are choosing to report about it more, or if it genuinely is because people are getting more confident to sort of speak out if they think something isn't right, no matter how high status someone is. So Beyonce's was to do with a guy, an artist who shared a song called XOXO with one of his backing dancers. And the backing dancer obviously somehow has supposedly shared it with Beyonce. Then obviously she released XO, and that's when the controversy started. However, the court has ruled, the judgment of what they ruled was that it was the content of both songs was so different, there was no way they could have been the same. Basically, Beyonce's was more subtle. It was about love and it was about feeling passionately about someone, but it was much more subtle, whereas XOXO was actually more explicit and I think a bit more obvious and sexual based. So I think that they decided that it wasn't anything to do with each other. I reckon Beyonce was probably much more tasteful, so you know, I'm glad that she won because it sounds like there are potentially some crossover, but the fact that the courts have looked into it in so much detail, you know, Beyonce, I think she's a hard-working, straight down the line person. I reckon she'd research all of that. She wouldn't be that silly. But then we've got the JayZ victory on the same day, which is about him potentially or supposedly stealing this flute hook from an Egyptian composer. And actually not getting proper permission. So the son of the composer put forward this argument, and actually what's happened is it's turned out that he sought proper permission, so it's all good. So well done JayZ and Beyonce, I'm happy you got your victory and you don't have to worry anymore. Next, Drake's video Hotline Bling has been causing a stir everywhere because the memes have been coming out thick and fast. I don't know what your favourite is, but please write down what your favourite is. We might be able to put some links to some good ones. I've seen some good ones to do with like the tennis racket, like he's playing tennis.
Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need me.
People like putting like salsa music because he's doing like a cha-cha slide. My favourite one actually, which I posted on Facebook this morning, was Mr. G. Any of you who know Summer Heights High, I know it's a popular show, but Mr. G was one of my idols, love him. And there's a scene of him coming into his classroom explaining, and then he just does this whole Hotline Bling routine.
You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love.
It's probably the funniest thing I've ever seen. I woke up my housemates laughing. So let us know what your favourite meme is, but you know, having chatted about it a little bit, maybe it was on purpose, it was obviously there to provoke reactions. Obviously Meek Mill's got involved, commented on it because this is a nice opportunity for him to beef up as well. All these kids have gone to like beef school, but it has made me laugh. So thank you Drake for giving us a bit of entertainment, and it's a great song. Let's see if there's any more original memes coming out this week. I don't know if people are going to tail off or if they're going to continue and keep it up. Yes, so we've got Adele. Very happy to see Adele back on the scene. She's a British gem. She's someone who I've grown up with, to be honest. Her voice is very unique, and actually I feel like now that she's back, I'm like, you know what, there was a gap. There was a time when she wasn't around, and I felt the hole a little bit. So it's nice to have her back. She's a bit of a British gem. You know, she has her kind of Larry responses, which are quite funny. She's very British to me, and she's very likeable. And she comes from quite a truthful place, and I think people like authenticity and they like truth. So all of her songs that she's released so far, which have been about, you know, reflecting on her life and sadness, people loved it because they could relate to it. So what I like about this one is that I like listening to her grimy interview on the Breakfast Show the other day, but she sounded very vulnerable, so she was very real again. You know, she said she was so nervous about it, and then apparently cried when it got its play. It's a great song as well, and I think you know, she's doing what she does best. She's not necessarily, she's saying this is a makeup record, but she's saying, you know, the last one was a breakup, this is a makeup, but it's more about making up with herself and making friends with herself again, I guess, and living in the present with herself, which is nice. But she's not actually doing anything different to before. She's still releasing songs which hit people in the heart. So she's back doing what she does best. So I'm looking forward to this period ahead of us with Adele releasing good music again. So welcome back. Let us know what you think about Adele's new song, and if you're excited about the album dropping on the 25th of November. 25 released on the 25th of November, so look out for that one. So Black History Month is in full swing, and there's lots of amazing platforms. So we just wanted to sort of talk a little bit about one platform, which is called Ain't I Women Collective, and it's all about giving women from African backgrounds and ancestry a voice, and talking about the importance of their history, how powerful they can be, how powerful women can be. And I think it's important to have a platform like this which informs people of their heritage and where they've come from, and also how powerful they can be and what they can do. So anything like that makes me smile a lot. And again, you know, we're living in such a multicultural community that I think it's important to give a voice and a platform to such a large part of our community. So look out for Ain't I Women Collective. See if you can find them on Twitter as well. They're doing brilliant things, releasing great articles and great content that's very interesting and thought-provoking. So look out for them.
And ain't I a woman? I have borne 13 children, and seen most all sold off to slavery. And when I cried out with my mother's grief, none but Jesus heard me. And ain't I a woman?